Welcome back to the Bobby King Iraqi Dinar news channel. I'm your host, Bobby King, bringing you the latest, most accurate updates straight from Iraq. Today, we're diving into a shocking but hopeful development. Parallel or black market forex trading is still alive in Iraq, with the US dollar trading slightly above the official rate. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with others who are following the Iraqi Dinar journey. Your support means everything. Let's get into it. In a narrow alleyway of Baghdad's bustling Karada district, beyond the rows of phone shops and perfumeries, a discreet murmur echoes between men leaning over calculators and crisp stacks of US dollars. It's an old game, played in whispers and handshakes, the parallel forex market. Here, the American dollar is still king, but it's wearing a different crown. Despite years of promises and policy reforms, Iraq's black market for foreign currency persists. The US dollar is sold slightly above the official exchange rate, with buyers willing to pay more for speed, privacy, and, most of all, availability. Officially, the Central Bank of Iraq pegs the dinar at a fixed rate. Unofficially, another economy lives and breathes beneath the surface. This is not just an economic curiosity. It's a high-stakes balancing act between control and chaos, corruption and reform, past trauma and future hope. But the status quo is being shaken, and perhaps for the first time in years, real change is on the horizon. The shadows beneath the surface to outsiders, the difference between the official and black market rates, sometimes as small as a few hundred dinars, might seem negligible. But in a country still reeling from decades of war, sanctions, and economic instability, that small gap opens into a deep chasm of mistrust, criminal opportunity, and lost billions. Smugglers, money launderers, and sanctioned entities have long exploited Iraq's loosely regulated currency trade. While legitimate businesses struggle with bureaucracy and foreign transfer delays, illicit networks thrive in the murky middle. Many of these operations are linked not just to local corruption, but to regional geopolitical forces, some of them hostile to both Baghdad and Washington. In the face of this, the US and Iraq are now quietly collaborating on what could be a game-changing shift: the tightening of anti-smuggling controls and the introduction of fully digitized transactions. If successful, this move could rewire Iraq's financial system from the ground up. Dollars under lock and key for years, the US Federal Reserve has supplied Iraq with physical US dollars, enabling legitimate trade and stabilizing the dinar. But that trust has been tested. Billions have disappeared into shady transfers, with some funds allegedly ending up in the hands of militias, sanctioned regimes, or simply vanishing into off-the-books fortunes. The US response? Clamp down on cash and demand transparency. In late 2023, stricter regulations began filtering through Iraq's banks. Many money exchange houses were suddenly cut off from dollar auctions. Transfers abroad came under tight scrutiny, and dozens of suspicious accounts were blacklisted. These efforts caused an immediate ripple in the parallel market. With less access to official channels, traders turned again to the black market, driving the rate further from the official peg. Yet paradoxically, this chaos may have been the first sign that something real was shifting. "We're seeing pain because we're finally applying pressure," said a financial analyst in Baghdad who asked not to be named. "It's like draining a wound. You have to let the infection out before healing. A digital revolution, or mirage?" The most ambitious part of this reform is digital. Iraq is now rolling out electronic payment systems and pushing toward a cashless economy, an almost unthinkable concept just a few years ago. The idea is simple on paper. Digital transactions mean traceability. Traceability means accountability. And accountability means closing the gap where smuggling and fraud flourish. Already, government salaries are increasingly paid through bank cards. Electronic point-of-sale systems are appearing in major cities. New mobile apps allow digital transfers, even between provinces. But the challenges are immense. Iraq is still a cash-based society, especially in rural areas. Public trust in banks is low. Internet infrastructure remains patchy. And powerful interests, including some within the political and security apparatus, are not eager to see their cash flows constrained. Still, there's a quiet but growing movement of young Iraqis, tech entrepreneurs, reformist bankers, and civic leaders, who see digitization not just as an economic fix, but as a moral and generational imperative. Glimmers of hope. There are no easy victories in Iraq. Every step forward drags old ghosts along. But there's something different about this moment. Unlike past attempts, this effort is not just about stabilizing the dinar. It's about building a firewall between Iraq's present and its wounded past. The black market traders still gather in their hidden corners. The smell of counterfeit ink still mingles with cardamom and exhaust. But their dominance no longer feels inevitable. "I used to think the black market would never die," said Abbas, a 28-year-old currency trader in Najaf. "Now, for the first time, I think maybe it will, maybe slowly, but it will." Hope in Iraq is a fragile thing. But it exists. In every digital payment. In every crackdown on smuggling. In every new law written with transparency in mind. It's not the kind of hope that comes in fireworks and headlines. It's the kind that builds, quiet and slow, in the space where old shadows begin to fade. In the end, I want to ask all my friends watching to stay positive and patient, because patience truly is the key to success. Please subscribe to my channel and show your support. Wishing you all a wonderful day.